I am back here with Jonathan Norton from Hammonds, the Divisional Sales Manager there. If you don't know who I am, my name is Leena Parmar. I am the founder of Citrus Connect Recruitment. So we've been speaking to Johnny over the last couple of episodes about the sales designer opportunity with Hammonds. And today I really want to talk to Johnny about the tangible success that's possible with direct sales. We talked in the last couple of episodes that one of the benefits of being self-employed and having a direct sales role in that capacity is that you can really surpass your income expectations. And that doesn't come without hard work. It does take grit and determination, and there is an absolute direct correlation to hard work and the compensation that you receive. Now, Johnny, what is the earning capacity with Hammonds? What opportunities are they to enhance your earning opportunity? You've got a team of very successful designers, 60% that have been with you for 10 years and more. What is that earning opportunity for them? Why have they been here for so long? And what does that look like in terms of tangible success?
So I think the earning opportunity is such a variable because not everyone's situation is exactly the same. But if we take, so my top guy, a guy called Nathan, lives out in Canterbury. He has been with us for 3 years now. And he writes around £1.6 million, between 1.5 and 1.6 million pounds of business each year, which is huge amounts of business. He will earn anything between 108 and 112,000 pounds in any given year, which I wouldn't say is a bad earner. He does work 6 days a week for that level of income. Others. So at the beginning of each financial year, which we've just started, I like to ask all of my team for what their financial aspirations are for the year. So some are part-time and their aspirations are 35, 40 grand. Some are 70 grand, working 5 days a week. Nathan's going for 120 grand this year. So there is huge scope, and it really is. Like I've said to everyone in my team that there is no employed job where you're in control of your own pay rise.
Yeah.
And you're completely in charge of your own pay rise here, because if you can convert 5, 6, 7%, that's an instant pay rise for you at 5, 6, 7% more than you were earning converting at the same level you were. And that is really about the amount of work you put in. People say that sales is a numbers game, and yes, it is, but it's a skills game as well. The more you hone your skills and the more you look after your numbers, you will generate a better income. Like my goal for my team is, look, work less, convert higher, earn more, which I think you can't, that is the only way to look at it. My view on any self-employed role is this is your business, and a business is only as good as the investment it gives you.
Yeah.
You're getting a really good investment. So we look at our return per appointment. So each designer will have their own return per each appointment they sit. So every appointment's allocated. You know that it could be worth £200 to you every time you leave the house. Whether you sell that appointment or not, it's worth £200 to you. And actually that then becomes such a motivator to get out and drive that number further forward, because the higher that number is, the better your return on investment and the better your business is operating. And that's the only way to really look at it. So it is a numbers game. So obviously the more appointments you're available, the more appointments you sit, the more you'll sell. But actually you can do the same, work less and earn more if you convert at a higher level, and the conversion level is there. I mean, Nathan's top converter 65%, others 60, 63, 55. I mean, lowest converter in my area is 42%. So there is, even at the lowest, that's quite a decent conversion rate for such a direct sales, home improvement, direct sales role. But there is massive scope, and Nathan knows that he can do better. My other guys know, and they're always pushing each other on to get higher and higher, because really what you want to get to is if you can get to 70, 80, 90%, or even higher, which isn't beyond the realms of possibility,
Yeah.
then your return on investment really becomes amazing. You can really have the life that you want with the income you want, but not having to work all the hours under the sun to get there.
Yeah. So if I'm understanding this correctly, it's that conversion rate that's really the key driver, the key performance indicator. And you need to improve your skill set to increase your conversions. Now, we can understand progression in a very linear fashion. How long did it take Nathan, for example, to get to 67% conversion? And how long would it take, someone a sales designer who started tomorrow to get to where they want to be financially and in terms of conversion as well?
So it really depends on the skill that when you come out of from the course and your background. I mean, Nathan was a tiler before he joined Hammonds. He'd been on the tools for years and just was looking for an opportunity to get off the tools. And this really was the catalyst to that. And he said to me ever since that he is gutted that he didn't join sooner. He was converting at 50% in his first year, grew to 63 the following year, and this last year is at 67%. So his growth is consistent. And others, you'll see that others are the same. So you can start at 40, 45 and grow to 50, and you'll grow each year as long as you reinvent yourself and don't get complacent, because I think you can sometimes in any sales role get to a point where you think, well, this is I'm happy with this, happy with what I'm earning, happy with what I'm converting. But if you're always pushing yourself on and harnessing other bits from other people, spending time with them, talking to them, then actually there's no end to that growth. You're only as good as you want to be. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I've seen, like, when I first joined the business, everyone was like, well, you're not going to grow, Ken. It's the best it's ever been. And we were converting at 33% then. Fast forward 10 years later, our average conversion is 44%. You know what I mean? So you're only as good as you ever were. And I never stopped pushing. You know what I mean? I never stopped wanting more and more and more, because unless you're growing and learning and expanding, then what's the point? You know what I mean? You can't get complacent in this role unless you're completely happy. But what you'll find is then people will surpass you and they become better than you, and you'll end up falling further and further behind because it will just flatten you.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that I really want to pick up on this Kent issue is Nathan is based in Canterbury, and if you are not familiar with the UK geographical map, you couldn't get more southeast than Canterbury. And some people may use their geographical location as an excuse not to do well, because you're like out on a limb in that postcode area. So Nathan literally has to come inland to do his appointments. Am I correct?
Yeah, so he will spend days in southwest London. He'll go down to Brighton. His view to when he joined the business was, I don't care where I go. I just want to be busy.
Yeah.
And that is the same mentality I had when I did it, because if I'm down to work, I'm down to work. Just find me an appointment. I don't mind. I've got to travel 100 miles for it. I know 50 miles what we say, but working's working. And if you're getting that return on investment, you're going to sell 1 in 2, and you're getting the return per appointment of £200 every time you leave the house, then to sit 3 appointments a day, you want to sit them.
It's no brainer, isn't it? Absolutely. So, what is it about Nathan? And I know you're recruiting for your team at the moment because, Hammonds is in that growth phase at the minute. What skills and attributes are you specifically looking for your team? Because, you want to grow it. You're one of the top divisions within Hammonds. What is it that you're looking for?
So I think the biggest thing with self-employed direct sales is, are you approachable? Are you going to be smiling when the customer opens that door, and you're going to be, because you are the first person that if they've seen from Hammonds potentially. I mean, 75% of our appointments are booked via the web with no human interaction at all. So you are the guiding light for Hammonds. You will dictate where this customer's journey goes. So I'm looking for people that are hungry but well presented, smiley, you don't even need to have sales experience. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter to me, but having the ability to be able to plan spaces, so having an interest in furniture, having an interest in design, interior design, so that you understand color palettes, because it's not just about what goes in those wardrobes, it's about how aesthetically pleasing they are. If your room is north facing and you only get sun for the first part of the day, then actually getting a dark color in there isn't going to work. Or if they want a dressing table, you've got to know that it's better to have the light reflecting off the face than it is off the mirror. You know what I mean? Small things like that actually make a massive impact, because it really, customer really buys into what you're saying, and then you can really lead them in the way that you want them to be, because you are then the expert. So what I'm really looking for, people that are open to learning, open to growing, open to excelling everything that they've ever done before, but for themselves. You know what I mean? Not for anything else other than for themselves and for us as a team, so that they can really push themselves forward. And I'm looking for people that can grow. You know what I mean? I want to see people. I really get my sales buzz from helping people get further in their career, whether that be in sell more, whether that they wanted to go to enter into divisional management like me, or sales training. You know what I mean? I really like to help people grow through their stages of their career, and help them and keep them motivated and keep them engaged in what we're doing.
Fantastic. Well, if you have those qualities and you would like to join Johnny's team, then click on the link below. And if you want to be the next Nathan earning 6 figures, then you definitely want to do that. So click the link and one of our consultants will be in touch. Thank you.